Good morning, my friends. Welcome back. We're going to carry on with my journal for Took the Blue Christmas. And you know that if you use my discount code BCDT15, you'll receive 15% off your digitals, handmade items. It doesn't matter which. But, and this is my design team project. So I haven't done anything else. Maybe I added a pocket, I don't think so. But we are going to go ahead and carry on. So this I did finish, and I made it a little smaller. This is that belly band with the junk mail. I didn't put a window in it. I didn't want to put a window. So I kind of like it without the window. So I just added the little piece there, and then this fella, and I just put the circle, one of the 2-inch circles there, and that's all I've done. Whoop. So I have just pieces put together. We talked about doing an ultra paper clip, so I'm going to do that with this. This is just a piece of that paper we used in Monday's video with those pockets. So I thought that would be a nice backing for this. So let's pop this on. So the long side I'm going to put at the back, and you can leave it up, you know, so you can add some trim there. You can put a dangle on there, and then you can also decide whether you want it coming from the side or the top or the bottom, right? So you can go this way, or put it at the bottom so it comes up. But I think for this one I will add it to the top, and I am going to leave it up a little bit so that I can put something in there. Now I'm just going to add a little piece of tape here, just so I know it's not going to move, and that it has a chance to dry from the glue. And I think I was able to ink everything up. So, all right, let's go. So how are you? Hopefully your week has been going good. It's Thursday today. It's cold. We did have sunshine, but then that, of course, went away. And now it's gray outside again. But at least the temperature is half decent. So be thankful. I'm thankful for that. Just make sure I have enough glue. I wouldn't want it to come apart. Oh, you know what? I stuck the long part on the inside. Oh well, make do, right? I'm not gonna be too concerned about it. And then it's just, I can trim anything that needs trimming or just ink it up. I'm just going to ink it. I'm not going to start trimming and stuff. I'll just leave it like that. It looks good. So there we go. So let's dress this up. I can just put a Merry Christmas. I have some cheesecloth. Oh, what else do I have? Maybe just a plain one. And then a little tag. How's the weather where you are? Is it still nice temps? Are you cold yet? Do you get cold? I mean, I know there's some places that don't get cold quite yet. Different seasons around the world. I just want to add a little bit of texture underneath. Doesn't have to be completely all the way, but just some little interest back there. Well, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't do that. It's going to be behind. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. Sorry. Can't decide. Maybe I'll leave the cheesecloth out. I just realized that this will be on the back of the page. It's not going to be over the page. It's going to be the back. So I'm just going to do this. I just want a little bit of decoration back there. Something just like that. Right, and then there we go. And you can add more to this if you want, but I have this gorgeous bit of sparkle, so I'm going to add some to it. You can use thread, you can use fabric, you can use seam binding, whatever it is you're going to use. If I can get all of it through, there we go. And I just have to, nice thing about this stuff is that all the little hairs are on either side of the thread, so it's easy to grab hold of them. Oh yeah, isn't that fabulous? So shiny. There we go. And I'll leave these. They can go on a cluster of some sort, but isn't that fabulous? We'll just do the stuff and then we'll add it into the journal. How's that? And then this is one of the collage pages, and I just took some of my coffee dyed paper and cut it down. I used my ruler so it would have that scrappy edge. But obviously some of the things I didn't ink, but it just takes a second to do the inking. So lots of traffic outside today. It's so nice. I think everybody had the same idea. Get outside and enjoy it while they can. So there, I'm going to put that there. And then it can be written on. You could give it to somebody as a card. I thought about putting it on cardstock, but I want it to still be, what's the word? Soft, I guess, you know, pliable and not be stiff with the cardstock. So there we go. Just like that. And you can grunge it up even more, but I think it looks good like that. And then you can write on the opposite side. Put a little note back there for somebody. What did I do here? Oh, I made some pockets. It's just, this was the last piece of paper that I had. So I glued it together and then I cut it into 3. So let's add them into our journal. We'll do one here, just like that. And then the pockets can be decorated. I did ink these up, so. There we are. And I don't usually put the stuff right to the bottom. Right, so we can just take this girl, let's see. Yep, a little bit of texture in behind. Oops, stuck to me. And then put her there. So cute. What else do we have here? Nope, that's okay. Maybe that's better. Little bird on there. There we go, there's one of the pockets. Go to the next signature. Come on. Nope, I'll leave it here. Just like that. And you know, if you don't like the blank page, stencils, stamping, all the good stuff you can do. You can use tissue, decoupage some napkin on the page. Oh, that would be fun too. That would look very cool, doing something like that. So then there's the other pocket. That one has a stocking. Let's do that. I grab this little piece that I have here. All right. So this is all I'm doing. I'm just filling in the journal and then adding all the pockets and stuff, and then I will fill them all with ephemera. There we go. Oh, I'm just checking my little bits here, but we have her. I just have to trim her. Little angel. There we go. And the third, let's turn it over and go this way. Let's see. Yep, I'll pop it right there. I think looks good there. There. It's a little quiet here today. Tom's resting and yeah, just kind of hanging out. So I got a horse. I'm gonna cut Santa off right there. And maybe do that. And then if I want later, I can come and stamp a date or put a word there. I don't have any words with me right now, so maybe I'll do that. Could leave this a little tuck spot. Maybe not. So we'll do that. Put that right there. Oops. Slide it. There we go. Love the horses. They are adorable. Okay, so I also talked about making this a booklet. I did. I just put a couple pieces of paper in there. Just 2 pieces of paper. I stapled it with the open bits on the outside, and then I covered it. I squished them down, and then I covered it with the lace so that it wouldn't poke. All right, and then I made, oh, I did do that a pocket. Okay, so let's move these. We'll add these things to the pockets later. I just want to do them. So I added just some fluff at the top there, and we'll do that with these ones as well. I just love this stuff. It's so sparkly and beautiful. And I just stapled it on. Just fold it in together. Make a nice little cluster of it. Look at that. Just beautiful. And then I have my little stapler. Just like that. And then push them down. There we go. And then there's no sharp edges. All right, just like that. And then this one, I think what I'd like to do is put one of these up there. Oh yeah, just like that. Or it can go on the side because it is, it's a journaling card. And I didn't back anything on the back. I thought it was good just the way it is because I printed them on cardstock. So there we go. And then it's good to go. And then you can write on it. Oh, what else? What else? This was a piece of scrap. So I just decided to glue it on a piece of cardstock, and that will be a, we'll glue that in as a side tuck. And this is a postcard I just glued the whole entire thing together, no pocket. And then this I put on a index card. What else do we have here? Oh, need to add a bit of paper into this. So let's do that. It's pretty quick how it goes. And if one is shorter than the other, it doesn't really matter. It's nice to have different variations of paper anyway, so grab my ruler. And it isn't straight, did you notice? And that's okay too. Pages don't have to be perfect. So I'm going to put it at the bottom, and then when I staple it, I will trim the corners. I just have my cork. This is from the Dollar Tree. I believe I bought this one. And yeah, it's good. And that way I can staple into things. And I'm going to do the exact same thing on the inside. And then that way I can put some lace on the outside. And it just covers them up. So there we go. Just like that. Grab my big scissors so I can push these down a little better. Oopsie. Sometimes it doesn't feel like they're in there very good, but they are. It's just because you can sew it too if you're only going to add a couple sheets, but I'm not going to take the time and sew them. Just means I have to grab the machine, you know. So there we are. So just like that, and I'm just going to come along and trim it out. You can use your ruler if you want a scruffy look. There we go. That's how easy that is. And I did squish them, so I have a... Oh, there's my little piece. I have a little piece left, so... Oh, look at that. Perfect. So let's add it. There we go. And then if the staple is up a little bit, it'll be okay because it's now covered and it's not going to poke into skin. So there we go. Just like that. I need to add a little more glue so it's not flapping around. And it's just my tacky glue I'm using. Tacky glue works good with the fabric. And so there we go. So there's a couple of pages in there. And yeah, that's good. Another journaling card. And there's our booklet. And yeah, I showed you that. And then this is a pocket. So I might open it up again and we'll put it as a over the page, like bring it around the page. So let's come into this signature and do it. Yep, I'm going to do that. I'll just trim it. Right down. Just to open it, just a tiny little trim. Oh my goodness, it didn't even open it. That's funny. Could use your trimmer if you'd like. Oh my goodness, Brenda. Look at that, it won't even open. Okay, well I'm not trimming that side anymore because it's already going into the picture. I just figured I would trim off this excess and it would open no problem. Like that. Let's see. Hopefully I don't have to open up the bottom too. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Sorry. I'll just do it and then we'll work it that way. Obviously my glue went in further than I thought it was going to, which is unfortunate. There we go. Sheesh, that was a lot of work. All right, so I'm going to put it around just like this. So I'm going to add glue along the bottom and up the side. So we'll do that. Oop. Set it up right, of course. There we go. Just like that. Leave the top open. And you know, I don't usually go to the bottom of the page, so just like that. And then this side you can stamp on, you can, you know, add some of the faux writing we've done before. And then I'm just going to add glue up the side so that there's two nice sized pockets. So there we go. So I better let it dry. Okay, this is the last signature. So let's see, the booklet should fit in here. Yep, we'll just pop that in there. And our CD holders. So let's add the side tuck right there. Not thinking too much of it, just doing. So I want the glue on the outside of it. There we go. Lovely. And then that can go inside, just like that. Where's our altered paper clip? Did I already stick it in here? Oh no, here it is. Oh my gosh, that's too funny. So I'm going to put it right here. There, that loveliness sticks out, and then we'll pop her there. And then back to the front. Let's see what we have here. I just tucked this in. I didn't add paper to this one, I just left it like that. So, okay, so I'm going to leave this stuff because I want to add this to the edges. I was just checking the time. So I want these to go down and then around, and I think that would be a nice little finish. I'd still like to see these ridges on the edges of our brown paper. So and if I need any extra glue, then I will do it afterwards, but I think this should be good. And the tacky glue works nice. So there. Okay, just around. It just gives it a nice finished edge, doesn't it? It looks so nice. All right, next one here. I already measured them out, so And I'm not doing it tight. I want it to be able to, you know, expand and without it stretching too much. And then the back one. Okay, and one more. There we go. Oh yeah, see, nice finished edge there, and the two of them there. That looks so lovely. I really like that. Okay, how much time have we been on? Just over half an hour. Excuse me. So I just have these things to add into the journal, and then we're going to come back with a flip through so that you can see what we've done. And yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you're inspired to create one for yourself, whether it's with a kit or scrapbook paper. It's all about having fun and just creating, right? Okay, so if you have questions for me, any comments, please leave them below. And I'm always happy with photos. If you make something, please share. You can share to my Facebook group, Crafting with Eyes Wide Open, or you can share things to my page, Brenda Clark. Okay. Thanks so much, everyone. God bless. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.